YMCA, huh? Well, I guess we have to burst out into song now. It's time to play MaGMML3. It's time to play MaGMML3. You can play a good level. You can play a bad level. You can play whatever you want. That's about where the bit ends. Hello. Welcome back to MaGMML3 playthrough. We're about to finish up Tier 6 and move on to the Pine-scented levels in Tier 7. So, what does Presto have to say? Start us off with something good, you arrogant little fucker. What a joke. I thought that a cryonics lab might bring you some entertainment. Really forgot my treads are built to be all-terrain, so I can't even slip on the ice. If only I was built worse. I mean, you can solve that problem yourself, just like... I was gonna say take a knife to your treads. I don't know if that's considered threatening? I'm moving on. And what does the ow-ow have to say? I'm sorry, the oh-oh? I heard there's two famous TV celebrity scientists at the lab today. We can't find them anywhere. They've got to be around here somewhere. I need them to sign my ball. I mean, I don't know about celebrity scientists, but there were at least 3 NPCs we found all around. And now the ow-ow? Scientist. Has science gone too far? I'm taking a poll. Which science? No, nah, not yet. It hasn't. Let's see. How would I... Hello, Grim Specs. Nice to see you. Very excited for today's stream? I bet you are. I'm excited to see what I'm guessing is probably your level. Alright, let's see. Science gone too far, I'm taking a poll. What would I consider it? I do have a chemistry background. Chemistry's, well, maybe gone a little too far in some places, taken by some companies. The fact that I'm debating this means that I have to answer which science. It's not a very good poll. Interesting. Well, at least you're able to admit that you have deficiencies in your method. Try a new, method of collecting data, and maybe you'll see something good. Alright, let's see here. Who are you? Is Tier Boss Froze waiting for me? Hopefully there's some help around here. Yeah, if only we had a fire weapon. Oh, please don't make me, ride a sled while fighting a boss. Hello, welcome my friend to the Caverns of Forever, offering never-ending fun since 20XX. You can't get the rank, something happened to the boss. Talk to the film crew down there about that. Don't worry about the tier boss. I'll get him to somewhere they can thaw out pronto. Oh, that's cute. Alright, TV crew, I'm gonna be famous. Let's go. Dr. Vicious. You're not an evil at all, are you? Today, folks, we're testing a very special fable, one that viewers have been requesting for years. Can ice be melted by the power of the sun? How is that a fable? Never mind that, I'm here for the tier rank. I'm all about business, sir. I think the tier boss is a little stiff right now. You know what I should do? Let's see, help test our invention. And tier rank boost a freeze raise power. Turns out that fable is confirmed. Alright, this is Adam Savage, I get it. You mean you have the rank now? Not me, co-host Dr. Hyena Man has it, or rather the mecha he's piloting does. The crack team built off some black market blueprints. I don't think that they bought black market items, but this is a funny twist. Are these cosmetic modifications used necessary, Vicious? Someone to smell for the camera. Let's turn the lights on our masterpiece. Yo. Walrus happens. The Ice Buster in its natural habitat. Or perhaps a rare breed of Ice Buster. When you cross a robot walrus with a hyena man. I'm pretty sure they made that exact joke on the TV show, too. That ice resists the sun and can, in fact, conquer it. Dr. Hyena Man and the Ice Buster will be fighting that solar-powered robot over there. Oh, I've gone green. I'm here to compete in a tournament, not to bust some kind of fable. Well, he has the tier ranking. Crash, come on. Other Crash, come on. Me, come on. How's this work? Be recording the results over here. Say hi to the audience, Crash. Hello, audience. How are you today? I had a fine weekend. I hope you did too. Alright, so let's see here. Well, this is fun, though. Man, I haven't thought of Mythbusters in a long time. I watched that so much as a kid. Very fond memories of, the team. I think, God, what was one of my favorite myths? I mean, anything that involved chemistry was automatically a good myth for me, even that young. Just because it was usually meant explosions. I mean, hell, one of the early super great ones was just the whole, like, oh, what was it? Can a broken gas tank actually go through a wall? And the answer is, oh, very much yes, it can. Ice Busters from Quint's Revenge. Huh. Alright. I've never played that fan game. I think this is probably my favorite tier boss so far because it's also the one that has... No, not only is it a cool Mythbusters reference, but also it's the one that has lasted the longest. All the other tier bosses kind of just, you know, died in a flash. It was pretty easy to actually get through them. Excellent. Hyena Man. Family Guy Death Pose Hyena Man. Are you okay? Today we mourn the passing of the magnificent Ice Buster and of its esteemed master, Dr. Hyena Man. He was a man of few words, but I know that if he were to ever leave us, this is how he would have wanted it. Are you telling the audience I'm dead again, Vicious? No. Gotta get a screenshot of that. Busted. Involved one so far. Yeah, no, it's good. I need that little bit of a whole lot of extra polish went a long way. I very much appreciated that one. I will I think outside of the tier 1 tier boss, that's probably the first one I'm like really going to remember. Looked like a lot of fun. Oh, it was super fun. Give this game a shot, I'm telling you. I know that, Alan, you're still working through all the mainline Mega Man games yourself, but gotta give this one a try when you're done with this, or when you're done with those. Drop may seem wildly unsafe, but don't worry. I patrol this area to make sure nobody gets hurt after jumping off. I think everyone who jumps off is already hurt by the time I check up on them on the ground. Well, I have 28 HP, so I think I'm feeling good. Oh, non-Euclidean space. Well, I guess the building could have wrapped around. Ignorance. Couldn't they have chosen somewhere better for me? Yeah. Yeah, like explicitly, there are definitely some levels that are warmer. It looks familiar, but I don't know where from. Maybe also Quint's Revenge, if I had to take a guess. Let's see here. Now, let's see. Where's Proto Man? He's got to have some kind of secret to tell me around here. Christmas Carol games. Ah. Okay. I think I saw Flashman85 play one of the Christmas Carol games a long time ago. How often have you been visiting Casino? Never! You can buy useful upgrades there with your Trickster tokens. If you're having trouble with the simulations. Find hidden areas, blah, blah, blah. Merit in saving up tokens. Key in particular, already did that. Alright, Proto Man. Well, you didn't have much advice for the area itself. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. We actually have Tier 6 all wrapped up, which, oh yeah, in between streams, I actually did do some cleanup of the previous tiers. I didn't do X6 meme, but I did find the remaining keys in, that, what was it, like Wily's Revenge, the extremely obscure 4 key stage in Tier 2, a couple other things in Tier 3 and Tier 4. I didn't go back to Aetherman stage yet. That's going to require its own separate trip of patience, but yeah, I've cleaned up some of the other things, so we actually have some more complete tiers now. Enough of that. Onto the campgrounds. I mean, immediately, I already like this. It's borrowing from Mega Man 11. It's already, you know, Torchman. It's very pretty, but they turned up the aesthetics even further here. Woodman, be my guide. We give you a warm welcome to the Pine Forest, but not too warm. Trees are flammable. There is a fire right behind you, dude. Please take your time and enjoy the beautiful view of the stars as you tackle the simulations here. I shall. Wily's well-fortified room, Squishy Putty. Alright. Courtesy Crash, don't forget why you're here, to entertain people. Dr. Wily's been feeling kind of down since his last defeat, and he has refused to talk to anyone or come out of his fortress. I need you to see if you can get him to come out and cheer up. Oh, and he's sending his robots on a rampage, but more importantly, he needs cheering up. Now get going. Alright, time to be Santa Claus. Good... What? Uh-huh. Huh? I said go away, Crash, and I meant it. Were you eating when you first answered? Maybe that's not important. Just go away. Means I'm gonna have to do this the hard way. Oh no, we're breaking and entering. I don't think this is legal. Funny looking cloud. Okay. Absolutely well hidden secret. I just had to walk to the left. Very dialogue heavy level. That's all right. Oh no. I'm a little iffy on the dialogue heavy levels. Not as obnoxious, you don't. Okay, it doesn't go that far. That could be all right. Although honestly, the Aetherman level did kind of tire me out, to be quite honest. So I hope it doesn't quite reach that level either. All right, let's see here. Oh, sudden fall. Did you fall into my dungeon by mistake? I'm pretty sure it was pretty intentional, honestly. Normally I would evil laugh at you, but I'm not really feeling up to it right now. Alright, introduction to count bombs and falling blocks. Concise. Nice. Misplaced the door to that cell. Okay. Alright. Interesting long jump challenge there. Just get over the Joe. Let's see. So far, I could tell this level's probably going to take a hit in the aesthetics department just because there's a lot of black background and the judges don't seem to like that. At the very least, it seems varied enough, but I'm sure that there'll be something along the lines of, well, that's the dev kit, default background. Like, maybe update it. Okay, so far, some decent enemy challenges. Nothing too crazy. Walked into an enemy that stands still. Okay. I don't know. Sounds like I could probably just go for the ones over there and... Okay, I can't really, but... Magnet Beam. Okay, I get it. You're here to prevent me from using Magnet Beam easily. You're doing your job, enemy. Alright. Keys. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, let's see. I had a pretty nondescript weekend overall. It was pretty good, I would have to say. Thankfully, I haven't... Oh, it's a puzzle. I get you. Or wait, no, I can still slide on that. Okay. And then up here... Thankfully I didn't get, called for work, as I am on call still, until next Monday. But, so that's always a plus. Let's see. Other than that, I didn't really do all that much besides some cooking. I posted on Twitter, I made some stuffed bell peppers. And they turned out really nice. I did something weird with them this time by including apple. Green apple is one of the ingredients to go with all the corn and cheese and turkey and everything like that. Which, it turned out pretty well, if I have to be honest. Okay, I actually have to pay attention to the puzzle for this. Fair enough. It's actually interesting level design. They ended up not looking the prettiest as far as food dishes go, but I don't think mine ever do. It's all about flavor. Thanks, Alan. Appreciate that. I got the idea from basically just, I don't know, I was just thinking about the ingredients and I thought, this is gonna need something like a little bit sweet, but not like just put sugar in there. That's not gonna be quite right. It won't go well with everything. And eventually I just kind of landed on the idea of, wait, you know what? The extra panache can be apples. It works. Apples work good in savory dishes like that. They make for savory sweet pies. And so the logical conclusion was that apples would be the perfect sweetener to balance out the flavors. Apples, oddly enough, also seem to go well with cheese, too. I mean, I guess most school lunches could have told you that, but even hot apples go well with hot cheese. Because it's actually... I mean, me and my dad learned this from watching the Men in Black movies, but like, apparently it is actually kind of an old northern U.S. thing to put American cheese on top of your apple pie. And it's actually not the worst combination in the world, to be quite honest. It's the saltiness kind of balances things out. In advance, because an invincible door is blocking the path out of the dungeon. Too bad, Crash. Invincible? Oh, even we noticed that typo in universe. Still leave a key under your welcome mat, maybe. So the level you made of that interaction you came across creatively named level. Didn't even know there's an interaction that could happen and then didn't cool find. Yeah, no, it was really odd. Like, I've never toyed with the Megamix engine, before that. And it was just like, just from swinging around on the Jewel Man blocks, I just happened to notice there was a little bit of a shove. And it's like, I so wish that the level creator actually, of creatively named level actually did something with that. Like, that would have... There's so many cool extra ideas. Like, there's other things I didn't get to, showcase that I had in mind. Like, think about I already forget the name, but that jailbreak level that we were just in last time. Okay, that was the wrong order. That jailbreak level we were in the other time, like, you could certainly have the whole, like, move the fork blocks into place to block everything. To block the lasers, don't get shot. Like, that would actually be rad. Oh my god, okay. Okay, well, I appreciate the concepts that are going on in this level. Man, is it hard to not be taking damage. The only person who found that interaction. Oh, nice. Hold on. Gotta read that other half of the comment after we clear out. Alright, let's see. I don't think anybody in the dev team even knew about it. Wow, cool. I mean... You speak. I mean, I know you mentioned that you had, like, some other records and stuff. You speak to the dev team about that? Like, that would actually be pretty cool to, like, if even the dev team didn't know. Okay, first you still exists, and came here. Now security systems are failing. First to the third problem, I'll stop my attacks and agree to come out of the fortress. Sure, I'll fix the security systems. Yeah, no, I don't know. It was like, as I kind of mentioned, like, in the, I think it was the video afterwards, I had thought about it, like, or the stream afterwards, I was like, it's very hard to notice. Like, you would not expect, like, those two blocks to interact in that way in the first place. And then you would have to be doing, like, weird playing around with those two gimmicks. And then you would also have to notice that, like, I don't know, what can you even do with this slight movement of blocks? Like, it's definitely a very obscure interaction, if that. I could believe very few people have actually noticed it. Okay, uncomfortable place. Okay, not close to anyone. Dev team, when M00 starts getting acquainted with them. Be cool. That'd be cool for you. Oh, I didn't even see the token anywhere. Huh. Alright, well, I'll come back for that, because I don't even have a good idea of where a token could be in that level. Okay, so let's see. What did I think about this level? I thought it was aesthetically, for the most part, it was fine. I don't really mind the black background too much, so I'm not really going to think anything else down about that. Here we go, so excited. Alright, no problem, no problem. It's, you got to tier 7. You got past all of the kind of, painful levels. See, there were definitely some things in this level that I thought were a little aesthetically janky, just like blocks leading off into nowhere, kind of sliding in the air. I don't know. There's some things that looked a little awkward about block placement, but nothing overall aesthetically rough about it. The gimmicks were simple, but they did advance on each other, and I did actually have to stop and use my brain to think about the count bomb puzzles. So I will give this stage that. That was actually cool. Stuck to a good handful of enemies. Although, the enemies started to get maybe a little bit trigger happy, given the fact that we're trying to solve the puzzle, but I guess that's just how it works. Let's see, what else? And then, I mean, stock boss, fine. It really didn't amount to much, though I guess that's probably because I just used Tornado Blow and invalidated the extra enemies. So I don't know, overall, kind of fun. Not too, if this were a Mega Maker level, yeah, I'd be giving this a like and I could see it at, like, the top of the page for the week. But, I don't know. it's a little je ne sais quoi that it's lacking for me. It was fun, but there's something missing. Sorry in advance because some find my submission to be painful. Hopefully yours isn't. Well, I don't know. If it's painful due to challenge, I'm usually pretty open to that kind of thing. I haven't had too much trouble with most of the competition so far. Help if you can. Questions, just make the experience smoother. All right. I mean, I just want to kind of go in, as a, regular person playing this. If I have things that I want to ask, I will, but I appreciate that. Let's see. Just a cute premise. Why they're all sad. Yeah, it's kind of cool, though we don't actually come in to cheer him up in any way. Maybe because I didn't actually find Wily properly. All right, fair enough. Doesn't make some individuals. Downright dull. See, I don't think it's that bad. Entertaining puzzles, joy good puzzle, having to figure out the order to get the count bombs. It's good. I agree to that. Reset the room no matter what. Yep. Not hard to, it's hard to get stuck. You can use partial solutions and room resets to get through here anyway. Oh. I didn't even think about that. That's why I had so many extra key tokens. A little more replay than the average puzzle. For that matter, it's wonderful to see count bombs and step away from the tried and tired timed platforming. Reflect box, allowing normally effortless enemies to do something. Yep. Puzzles do not mix well with bullet spam. Yeah, it was a little bit heavy on that. Most of the level up to 4 beaks is a bit too complex to be puzzling out solutions, dodging harsh projectiles. I don't think it quite necessitates tornado blow, but it is a little bit much to be, figuring out. Let's pick a just less. If there was maybe like a safe space to stand, but I can understand like maybe that's a little bit difficult to program in. Sections that are just dodging. I think leaving out the extra bullets in the puzzles would have been just fine. Leaving bullets all bullets all the time. Having contrast between turret and fortifications, a puzzle fortification, and maybe a level. Yeah, I could agree with that. Music settings. It's most fun music to be a little on the quiet side. I probably will. One message box was probably meant to be a joke, but I'd honestly be surprised the level got last place. Granted, it does have fair share of issues, not the worst. No, it's not. Stage, there were 2 things that stuck out to me. Reflect box puzzles is good. Yeah, everything else was a little bit forgettable in between. At the very least, they did, as Mick mentioned, shield the kind of trash mobs to make them a little bit more threatening. They're decent. The downside is only 3 of them. Don't exactly make up for the rest of the level. Token room. Well, I haven't found that, but I will read that later. Puzzle seconds has a greater presence. Enjoying a bit more. Yeah. Text forming is all over the place. Sure. Graphics use a little bit of work. Blank space. I don't know. I feel like the blank space is fine. Like, it makes for a dark castle aesthetic. I guess you could have had some kind of, background-looking objects, like a tank or something, but I don't know. Let's see. Reading is for nerds. Patchy is so based for that. They're so right. I hate reading. I don't ever read books. Me and my homies hate reading. A lot of my reflect blocks on the stage. I have too many. It does make some of the enemies less trivial. A little bit annoying. Yeah, while you're being pelted while solving puzzles. Reflect block spam becomes so prominent. It isn't fun for a Buster-only playthrough. I don't quite think that. The stage would have been probably better off focusing, expanding the puzzle elements. There's an extra puzzle in combat. I'm sure it's pretty cool. It's doing numbers. So thank you, Crash Icarus Nega. That's my friend Irateam. For anybody who's not familiar, he's really committing to the bit here. A bit that nobody asked him to do. But I guess it's the bit that we all needed, huh? Speaking of the boss, I can kind of see the idea behind it. Peaks on the wall, fire, support, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, tornado blow. Get that. It says reading is for nerds that you have to read the judge comments. Therefore, we're all nerds. I mean, yeah, we're all sitting here playing a Megaman fan game. I'm pretty sure that very, very much puts us already in the nerd category. Just a different kind of nerd category. Well, fortified theme, minimalistic graphics. Yeah, I think they're good. I think there's a start of a good level here. Many elements could be improved. All positives that remain. I complain because I care. Spam is concern. Agreed. Isn't it a shame we get to see Wily afterwards? Yeah. Like, should have exploded along with the boss. That would be nice. It would take extra effort, but so, I understand. Screen transition in a wall. How do you keep finding this Flashman? I found 3 ways to soft lock the level, 2 involving key doors and 1 involving the energy element. Spelling and text formatting issues make the story hard to follow. Not having certain weapons was generally confusing and I realized it was supposed to be a joke. Didn't find that one. It can do even better though. Tag it as Deltarune. The music in a creatively named level is a cover of the main battle theme. I figured you didn't notice, but I wasn't sure if you added it in or not. I looked up another playthrough to double check. Oh yeah, I did notice. I knew that was Rude Buster. Or a remix of it. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to scum my way through, I could advertise that as Deltarune as well. But I don't know. It's a little bit maybe too off the beaten path. Then again, I did advertise it with Yakuza for one Yakuza joke, so let's see. Point blank range, you can shoot through invincible blocks. Oh, didn't know that. But one that the ubiquitous enemy behind him does not. Challenges never guard against. Huh. Entirely intuitive. It's never thought the player can slide across gaps into a shaft. I mean, that's just kind of Mega Man mechanics. I don't know if that's really, like, complainable. Mention Deltarune given what's up next. Oh, well, yo, Ira team, you better stay for this one. Grimspecs is promising Deltarune. We know you love Deltarune around here. Egregious pitfalls are avoided at least. Length difficulty checkpoints are good. Comfortably linear with all hidden secrets. Haven't found that quite yet. Puzzle rooms to reset at will. Music fits. Positives are key. But more unlock. And then A-Spark. Oh, A-Spark seems disappointed. Uphill battle and stage design contests. In this case, the puzzles aren't too bad. I feel like the sliding over gaps is such core knowledge that's not worth complaining about. Deltarune? Yeah, exactly. Real twist and stage of pulls, unfortunately. Repetitive and quickly devolved and uninteresting. I wouldn't say that. I mean, I guess there's only so much you could do with the puzzle, but still. I think the stage would work better without them. It becomes rather hard to pay attention to the puzzle setups with the curved bullets flying all over the place. I, again, don't agree. Just expand your brain out a little bit more, A-Spark. But for the indie games that crash dislikes, yeah. Just wait till we get to the Undertale playthrough. Token puzzle took a while. Okay. Boss was awkward, claustrophobic. I guess so. Tornado Blow was good for that. Frankly, hurt the level further. Spotty cut off tile work. Yeah, and in the actual solid tiles, there's definitely some complaints about that. There's a Wily track designed for a short segment. Hearing it throughout super monotonous. Didn't really notice. Okay, some real potential. Good stuff here. All right, cool. All right, Grimspecs. It's the moment that you've been waiting for. It's Slashman's dialogue. Very relaxing to get away from technology and bask in an old school, all natural place, except for the simulations. And is that tree synthetic? Wait, yeah, sorry, the pine scent is artificial. Okay, long name, but let's see that. Fairly unfocused, newcomers, bosses, and gimmick stage. All right, for being fairly unfocused, okay, Grim, do you have to do this to me? Anytime I see 3 energy elements and 5 tokens, I get worried. Oh, and you got hit with the skip teleporter. Rough. Let's see, my job's fine report miscellaneous issues, but taking forever to test everything. A whopping 12 bosses and 14 mid-bosses across its 3 elements and branching paths. I think it's a bit much, and spamming more of myself is my whole thing. Fairly unfocused is a bit of an understatement, isn't it? Some levels just don't know when to stop. The judges were kind enough to let you skip this huge level if you wish, though. Everything's over to the left. So I said sorry in advance. Fair enough. Putting all the collectibles in one place, now that's having focus. I should start doing that with my keys. Team up and stream Astro Boy and Omori. Sure. What happens when someone 2x6 pilled makes a classic Mega Man level? Yeah. So about how many levels have a built-in skip? I have no idea, but I would probably say that about maybe a third of them so far have that. Path splits into 3, all of them leading to a different end boss with an energy element. If you want to return here quickly, look for the crack in the wall when starting the stage. Sure. I guess maybe I already found the shortcut. This one does a little... Yeah, I think about... Uh-oh. Alright, being dropped right into... Oh, those are like real death lasers. I'm used to those being like slow kill lasers. Alright. Being dropped a little bit quickly into all the death lasers is a little bit overwhelming. But, you know, I'm up to the challenge at least. But I could definitely see that being something that the devs have something to say about. It's not exactly, you know, very beginner friendly. Alright, I guess I could stop here and pause. Let's see. Oh yeah, the Root Buster rendition is a little bit quiet in this one. Let me turn it up a little. Okay, so let's see. If I just go ahead and stand on the blue, that'll work. If I want to go ahead, could try to slide over for the E-Tank. Could use one. Alright, I appreciate this. This is at least some cool puzzle-solving elements. First half of the stage, fair enough, but I would then also say, I mean, oh, I didn't think about that whatsoever. I would also say then that, you know, while it is a good courtesy to be able to say, hey, you don't have to get through all of the stage all over again, it is weird to just kind of put it, you know, right at the beginning in a pretty obvious spot. Like, I don't know, as a Mega Man player, my first instinct when I see a one-tile gap is just, okay, I'm gonna slide through that. Crash fits through that? Yeah, he's going through. Even has late motifs. True. Oh, that's probably was a secret up there, huh? I'll die. You can do that again. Told me it should have been less obvious. It's good to be obvious for, like, the courtesy of it, but it is also just, you know, strange to have, like, a here, skip half my level kind of option. I mean, obviously, you know, we all learn and grow from, you know, submissions at the competition, getting criticism and all that. But I definitely would say, next submission, it might be a good idea to omit that, you know, idea. I mean, I'm sure you've heard it a million times, so you don't need me to tell you. Okay, that's communicated well enough. I like that, although I'm still not, you know, a huge fan of any gimmick requiring the use of weapons. Although I guess there's a respawning energy there, that's not too bad. Game itself is subject that number, codename, indestructible. Subject has been shown to have immunity to all conventional weapons. Armor appears to still be vulnerable to force lasers when the subject opens up. Teleporter up top sends personnel to underground armory area. Should they not want to engage the subject? Sure, I'll engage the subject. Why not? Oh god, him. So I chose a really good first boss to fight, huh? Attack? Yeah, he's actually completely immune. Alright, I guess we just kind of have to wait for the timing to work out. Alright. Thankfully, the arena is pretty large, so I don't have to worry too much about getting pummeled. Although this is definitely going to be a tedious fight. To wait until it finally, you know, lines up and gets hit. Should have been moved before I submitted. Regret. It's a cool concept. I mean, I could see why you definitely wanted to keep this around, considering it's, you know, kind of a... It's a dodge boss. I think dodge bosses can be cool, but, you know, definitely this is going to take a while. Especially if I keep turning my brain off and just getting whacked by its lasers. Alright. Kind of a rough spot to start in. Put the teleporter there. The guy's completely optional. No tokens or elements for fighting him. Oh. Well. Still kind of maybe feel like giving it a chance. It's only a stun him in place temporarily. That would actually be a cool idea for this. You can just stun. Oh, wait. This is at. Alright. Yeah. Cool thing, yeah. If there was a way to stun him, so that way you actually had a way to interact with it and make the fight go a little faster, that'd be good. And then also, like, if the room was smaller, that would actually probably be better too, considering that I can just kind of camp off screen the entire time. And that's actually the optimal strategy, is just barely interact with this dude as much as possible. Wait for him to take damage off screen. Yeah, because he's dying. He doesn't need my help. We'll maybe E-tank my way through this. fight them if they're getting frustrated. Well, of course, but, you know. If you want to use the idea again in the future, then it would be a good idea to, like, you know... what am I trying to say here? It would be a good idea to, you know... I'm saying you have part of a good idea here. You can definitely make it work if you want to. That would be the suggestion, to maybe make it an actual boss of its own. This is the guy most people fought first. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what happens when you let people go halfway through your level on their own. Alright, well, not too bad, though. Once I learned I can just kind of not follow it. Make him with Thwomp if you want to make it harder. Oh yeah, smash down. The boss is supposed to be Stone Man dropping down a pit of sheep blocks, but it lagged the hell out of the engine. Huh. Stone Man dropping down a pit of sheep blocks. Yeah, I guess he would be invincible that way. Could be funny, but yeah, I could see why maybe you don't want to do that. Smash down if you stand under him. Yeah, that could also be the stunning way. Although, you know, IO team, for not being super familiar, I won't blame you this. A lot of the, you know, a lot of the stuff here, well, I mean, this is custom, but a lot of the stuff in this contest, generally speaking, is from a dev kit and didn't come with its own custom coding. That would have definitely had to been a customly coded thing. And by coding, I really mean coding. This is an archaic-ass engine to be doing things in. You actually have to use real code. Alright, let's see here. All the way. I do want to acknowledge, though, that dragon fight, pretty cool. It was maybe a little bit much with all the fire, but it did otherwise make a pretty monotonous mini-boss fight a lot more interesting. If equals underboss. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't even thinking there. Okay, jeez, I'm talking too much. Great, there's more. Well, hold on. I didn't want to buy them in bulk from Costco, okay? I wanted to maybe sample them. There we go. Actually shoot your targets, and we can get through those. Looks pretty cool, though. Yeah. Gotta agree. Alright, find the next mini-boss. Oh, they're... Okay, alright. This really is a complete variety pack, huh? At least that's cool, though. Oh, okay. The combination of fire patterns is gonna maybe get to be a bit much. Thankfully, he doesn't have too much health, though. Alright. Okay. Oh, God, hello. That was super close to a temple of, was it the Temple of Fire or whatever it was in, one of the lower tiers? Very nearly just ran straight into the death beams. I think that could have been telegraphed a little bit better. I mean, you did have, like, laser source block indicators earlier in the level, so definitely that could have been fixed up a bit. Waiting. I don't really mind waiting puzzles too much, although the contrast on the back of the wall could be a little bit higher. I understand that definitely being hidden is part of the challenge, but it is also just flat out very hard to see. Oh, hey, a definitely not ominous pair of eyes up there. Part magnet beam? Oh yeah, I forgot about that gimmick already, which, you know, that doesn't say the highest thing about the use of that gimmick. It's kind of forgettable. It's only good in, you know, that one screen. It's a kind of, you know, the idea doesn't have enough time to set in before you can really, you know, think about using it. Taking many years to finally meet my revenge. Come face me so that'll destroy you. I'm new. I don't know what revenge you could possibly want against me, bro. It's Dynamo. I think I just found the Dynamo Man shitpost account earlier today, too, on Twitter. So that's theming. Appropriate. Blackout man for like several hours for you to show up. I'm seeing as I'm immensely impatient. Heck with the other guy and getting my fight right now. I appreciate that. Didn't need a Dynamo Man fight. One of the most annoying from Mega Man base. That's a cool, that's a fun gag though. I like that. I wonder if I could have saved Dynamo Man. Oh, okay. This is... Alright, a modified version of Dynaman. Okay, maybe all the projectiles are getting a little bit chaotic. For when you have a boss that's really only dodgeable in the x-axis, it's a little bit brutal to have a whole bunch of y-axis stuff flying at you as well. Uses weakness Thunder Beam. Okay, I'll see what I'll see what happens there. I'm down for a little neat Easter egg. Okay, it's cool. And you know what? That's a pretty cool choice of weakness too. It makes it so that way the y-axis also gets problem gets solved as well. All right. Well, that's neat on its own. Let's see what the other pads have to offer. This time I'll just take the conventional way up instead of skipping things. Actually, wait. No, hold on. The left is actually probably where some secrets are? Okay. First level, hopefully it's not too much of a mess. Have fun. Feel free to destroy as many of the stupid jerks dropping from the ceiling as you please. You don't get anything for doing it. Form of stress relief if you're having a tough time. Fair enough. Just take a constant stream of these guys out. Because most tweaking ran out of time. You know. For a attempt at a, you know, modification of Dynaman, I think it works all right. It just definitely could use... It just definitely could have used maybe like a little bit of weaker projectiles. Maybe just 1 damage to take them out would have been okay. Because they definitely are already kind of on an awkward path, so it's hard to actually get them when Dynaman is always standing in the middle, or Blackout Man. And Gutsman's in gay baby jail because he crashed my computer. Good punishment. The perfect place to send him for that. How did he crash your computer, though? Tell me this. Tell me a tale. Possible beat, no bonus only. Oh yeah, sure. I'm sure it's possible. Okay, key. Fat door. That's fun. Oh, okay. Hello, Susie's. Alright. Okay, oh, I see where the whole magnet beam idea actually plays into this now. With the laser trident. Or, damn. With all these different blocks, the magnet beam blocking the quick lasers actually makes more sense now. Alright, at least the block's not too far back to get. Tried to fire an attack, I programmed it to, and it blue screened my PC. That's impressive. Gutsman has power that transcends this game, apparently. 4 AM happened to and it's not happy. Yeah, I can't imagine, because I've also had the, I also had Game Maker crash on me when I was making the joke for my clip that I uploaded this weekend, and man, it was not fun to know that, like, everything just did not save, and I had to redo, you know, part of my level concept over again. And of course, the worst part isn't actually rebuilding everything. The worst part is waiting for Game Maker to, remember that it has a bunch of sprites in memory, and that takes like 30 minutes. Yeah, that would definitely salt my mood. Oh, okay, this is fun. I like this concept of that mini boss on these platforms. I'll take advice. Is that little secret path down there on the spikes, or is that something I can safely ignore? That little different texture, different tile above the spikes? Each reminder to redo because Game Maker crashed on me. Pay off my student loans. Youch. Not a path, you can ignore it. Okay, cool. Oh, jeez. Normally, I'm not too huge of a fan of enemies just kind of, you know, having, like, different speeds or programming for a joke. It's just a little overdone. But these bells on the platforms, that's peak. That's such peak comedy right there. It's so funny looking. I have to appreciate that frantic, excited little, you know, sprint that it's doing. It's basically the closest thing I can get to the little yippee meme in this game. Okay, get these guys out of the way. Warner Bell has a panic attack. Oh noes. Maybe them and depressive Dr. Wily from the last stage need to go to therapy. Interesting choice of boss music. Like a remix of Wily from Megaman 1. I like it. Okay, and the Gutsman platforms add a nice bit of variety to these things' movement patterns. I like that. The Arkanoid boss battle. Oh yeah, Arkanoid. Shit, I need to play that again. That was probably, like, my favorite arcade game. Super Not So Puyo. I just hear the same kind of bass line from Wily's first fortress, you know, the bum 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 ba da da da. I like it. Okay. I will say, it's maybe a little hard to keep track of two of them with the platforms going. I feel like once I take my eye off one of them, the other one just kind of, you know, blindsides me a little bit. Good concept, though. Very good concept. Yeah, I mean, it's a good subconscious suggestion for... Actually, this would make for a great Mega Man level theme. Oh, gotta go back for the capsule. Even though I realistically never use the plushies, gotta go back for it. Oh wait, these things take 3 damage per shot? I'm not gonna bother charging. I had actually just noticed that. Oh yeah, the spam definitely helps pause them too. Alright, that's the strat. Cool. Alright, yeah, cool concept. Okay, let's see here. This is gonna be some tricky platforming. Okay. Wasn't quite expecting to actually get picked up by that platform last second. Any of the unedited dead kit bosses take increased damage from anything? Yeah, that's fair. Definitely was going to be a problem, like, to have, you know... It's good when people have the foresight to say, they're probably going... the contestants are probably going to... Or no, not contestants. Players are probably going to see a billion of this same enemy over and over again. Better not make it take too long. That's great. I leave to get some pristine ingredients for Tempura Man's special orders, and the next thing I know, teleporter malfunctions. I'm stuck in this random cave. I seriously hope there's an exit close by, because if the shrimp goes bad, I know for sure he's gonna chew me out. Oh, the teleporter is completely bad. Okay, I see. Thought there's gonna be a split path kind of moment. Well, who's running away? I need to pay attention to that. Oh, that's Temporal Man. Okay. Hey, and I noticed different, 1.3, huh? That's certainly a strange number to use, but I'll take it. I already forgot what I was saying just 5 seconds ago. Oh, and it actually takes damage from a medium charge shot. Cool. Or more damage. What was I gonna say? Oh wait, I was gonna say, yeah, I noticed, like, slightly custom, I guess that's just a rescaled version of the block block. I guess that's what we'll call it. Who knows? Wait, still leave some of these guys. Now somebody following, fantastic. Thinks he's getting these shrimp. Down for world pain. No, it's okay. I don't really want your shrimp, dude. I don't like fish. Alright, temporal man. I guess we'll tussle. Oh, okay. This is kind of a neat Flashman reskin. Although, honestly, for me at least, less threatening than actual Flashman. I've always been really bad at fighting Flashman, so not having to actually deal with his whole jump and, or shoot and he... What am I trying to say here? Shoot and he jumps pattern, yeah, makes it better for me. It's also just easier... It's definitely also just easier to not engage with the gimmick. So that's definitely something important to look out for the next time that you make a stage. If you want someone to actually interact with this boss gimmick of all the platforms, you know, make sure it's a bad idea to be staying on the ground. But otherwise, fewer variables to have to deal with. I'm not going to bother platforming. Shrimp is good for you. No, that's what Mom said, and I don't want to listen to her. I'm an adult now. All evidence to the contrary. That's for you and more for him. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, it makes sense, but, you know, at the same time, it's like, you know... If you, in that case, then it would be just a better idea to have, you know, regular blocks on your side, and then, you know, he gets moving blocks on his half. That would make sense then. If you just want it to be for, you know, his use, basically. But, you know, as it stands, otherwise, it's like, you know, you don't want to introduce something to the player that, like, they just don't, you know, ultimately they just don't want to use. Because it doesn't necessarily hurt the experience, but it kind of leaves players, you know, wondering, like, well, why is this even here, right? Like, if this makes the level harder to actually interact with this thing, then I'm just going to not interact with it. And I noticed the 420 bomb. I won't let a good 420 slide. Such a decision made for though, kind of thrown out due to lack of time. Fair enough. I mean, hey, you had to get something submitted, right? More than I can say. But then again, it's like I barely even remember that this competition was going on, so... Maybe next time. Okay, I actually have to use my brain here. Hold on. Oh, okay, there's a block there. I thought for a second I might be toasted if I don't actually, you know, activate the right bombs. I don't need a W tank that badly. But good challenge. Okay, so just standard, get over there and get the count bombs going. Oops. Uh-oh. Not standard. Okay, I didn't see what was happening. For some reason, the blocks blend into the back of my brain for some reason. I'm not even thinking about the fact that they're there. Don't need to fight more Laser Joe or Laser Joes? That'd be a good enemy, Laser Joe. But no more Sniper Joes in my life. I've had enough of those. Oh. countdowns, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Most people... I can understand why count bombs still stress a lot of people out. Like, it's, I mean, yeah, obviously the psychological impact of just a countdown alone. Plus, you know, there's a lot of... Until you hit a certain point in, you know, Mega Man expertise, right? Like, count bombs still actually appear in people's mind as, like, a really sensitive gimmick that you actually have to, like, you know, play around or die. Like, but once you actually, you know, really understand the flow of Mega Man, like, count bombs just completely fade into the background. At least that's how I felt. Like, I used to definitely be scared of them when I was first learning to play Mega Man. But then eventually it's just like, oh wait, they're basically regular platforms, and hell, most count bomb sections are invalidated by the whole idea of just gotta go fast, and then they're just normal platforms at that point. So it's basically kind of like, you know, if you are confident in your own skills as a Mega Man player, count bombs just kind of become nothing. But if you're not confident, then they're like, you know, the worst thing in the world for a lot of people. Okay, this is gonna get me killed, but I have to check. Alright, well, I didn't even make it over to the pit to see if that was a wall. It probably wasn't. Or it probably is just a regular wall, not a fake wall. Yeah, they had that thing on there. Okay, yeah, just keep going. Joe. Although, yeah, there is definitely a lot of high-stress gimmicks in this stage. I mean, in this small section alone, we have a combination of Yoku blocks, instant death lasers, and count bombs. Thankfully, the checkpoint isn't too far behind, and you can take things at your own pace, so it's like, you know, that's not ruining my day or anything like that, but it is kind of like, you know, these are definitely the things of, like, many people's nightmares. It's a regular wall, fake walls, just destructible ones. Fair. I don't know. I like fake walls, so if I made levels, I'd probably have at least one fake wall. Telegraphed, of course, but, you know, if I just wanted to have a, you know, a room with, like, gaybabyjail.jpg, then, yeah, I would probably just put that behind a fake wall and call it a day. You know, without any indication that it's there. Oh, hey, Vault Man. Oh, okay. I should have seen that one coming. Oh, and we're back here again. Alright. Wait a minute. Was there another path from this? Or did I just kind of... Did I just kind of miss something? Did I just come back to the same path and there's no extra element here? Or tokens? Oh wait, no, there's a ladder. I forgot about this entirely. Right. Okay. Wow. This is not actually that difficult, but man, this is like peak stress right here. Like if there was the, you know, the image of like the red like, you know, where the different stress points are on the human head, and then like it just turns all red, like that is the all red like face head room meme. That is that meme. Megado. Oh my god. Discarded Wily machine and greets intruders with bright eyes and brighter missiles. Quint's Revenge. A lot of things from that. Never seen. I guess I should probably play Quint's Revenge, huh? Yo, get Ira Team back in here. Hold on, it's his favorite. That section with Rush Jet and Magnet Beam. Yeah, that's just... that would be ill-advised, honestly. I could not understand someone doing... Like, I could understand someone trying it at first. Why they would do it, but then I would immediately be like, no, that's a bad idea. Like, you understand, there's no way in hell you're doing this without, like, getting roasted. Okay, so... Did I miss token number 1 on the main path? Did I go and search for that? Actually, possible magnet beam is only possible if you're a lunatic. Yeah, I mean, you could probably time it super well to, like, block out the lasers, but ugh. But yeah, is token 1 on the top path, or is that just go back to the middle? Tokens are auto whacked. Number 1 is bottom path. Won't know why this happened in testing. Oh, okay. Oh, so then I missed it on the laser path. All right, fine. We'll go do that. Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, the token numbers I've noticed have been a little wacky in the competition. They're not perfect. Oh, that was a fake wall. Huh. Alright, time to die? Alright, cool. Just had to be sure. Let's see. I mean, I like a lot of the concepts in this level. I mean, obviously, you knew what you were submitting when you put a title of loosely collected gimmicks and enemies in, but, I mean, I like all the individual concepts in the level. Maybe the level length is a bit much, but, I do have fun with all the individual pieces here. Just need, just for next time, put some coherency in it, which, obviously, easy to say, hard to do. Testing number 1 was Temporal Man. Number 1 was Temporal Man. Number 4 was Bottom Path, and number 2 was in a different path. That's just what the engine does, I suppose. Engine does what the engine wants. Okay, I should have just remembered that was its own... That wasn't a solid block. That one's completely on me. That is also a weird glitch that I keep getting popped up there every time I land on those platforms. This is 5 levels stitched together. Would you believe this is the restrained version? Honestly, yes, I would believe that this is the restrained version. Just because, when something is... I should have just kept falling. When something is this big, like, it's, like 20. Yikes. Yeah, congratulations, you would have recreated Yggdrasil, in the game. Maybe not as difficult, not as frustrating, but you would have created the marathon stage. But yeah, usually when people have, like, this much stuff in their stage, you can, like... The devs have put it, elegantly before. It is like, oh god, this is my one chance to submit a Megaman level, I better use every idea that I have, kind of thing. And, most sane people will say eventually, like, okay, I will cut some stuff out because, something has to die on the cutting room floor to make for a good level, right? But, when you have this level, it's like, oh yeah, they still definitely had way more ideas they wanted to pump into their quote-unquote one chance at a Mega Man game. So it'd make total sense if you had, like, way more stuff on the cutting room floor. Doing this Yggdrasil, took more inspiration from Forgotten Fortress, funny enough. Yggdrasil is just the only level that I really remember that was marathon length from the last competition. I'm sure there was at least one other one, probably the Forgotten Fortress that you're mentioning, but I don't remember anything else that was marathon length and, you had to all do it in one shot. Outside of that. Ready to dismantle it, and don't think for a second that those measly little pellets of yours have any effect. Take a lot more than that to punch through the armor this thick. I get a feeling I know what's killing you. Oh, no, it actually is me. Okay. Or it's not? Oh boy, there's a lot going on in this book. Okay, no, it's more Metal Man's pattern. Alright, this is a lot more... I could deal with this. Oh. Alright, hold on. How did I damage him the first time? I'm not going to look at chat right now, just because I want to see if I can figure out how I damaged him the first time. Okay, so it is just shooting him. Okay. Oh, okay. So no, I hit a rocket first, and that's why it looked like I did 1 damage. I just needed charge shots. Okay. Clear. Gotcha. Half charge shots deal damage. All right, perfect. Upsilon 6. Memory again. It's been 6 years since I played MaGMML3. Alright, well, okay, now that I realize that this is just Metal Man AI, this is not actually too bad to fight. This was really crazy at first, but this makes more sense now. I can just control things, take my time, maybe dodge a little bit better, get good a little bit, and we'll be on our way. Oh god, okay. Still maybe a little bit much, maybe without some extra platforms to help you out with there. Destroy his weakness, punch through. That's clever, yeah. I could probably whip out the break dash if I wanted to. Although, yeah, I don't know. Break dash on a conveyor belt with him jumping away with Metal Man AI? I don't know if I'd want to do that. Or maybe if it's armor, then it's Laser Trident. Whew, okay. Crazy boss fight. Very rewarding if you land it. Oh, cool. And maybe I should have tried. Is it like a solid 28, or is it a little bit less than that? Beware of dogs. All right. Damn, I didn't beware. Oh wow, these are some fast conveyor belts. Okay. Well, that's at least more interesting. Insta-kill, yeah, 28. Alright, nice. Oh, not the sine wave. Oh, goodness gracious. Very fast conveyor belts. Alright, not too bad though with the slide button in this game. Alright, hell with elegance. Just get rid of this thing. It's a bit too... It's good in concept to be that fast, but it's a little bit too much to actually bother dealing with. That second dog. It's just kind of a strain on the hands to actually keep going against a conveyor belt that fast. I mean, I think fundamentally I enjoy the conveyor speed being different. I think it's just that maybe it doesn't work super well with a lot of the bosses here. Like, you know, obviously this boss has a couple of, you know, cheesy spots to stand. The second hot dog, it's a little difficult to manage. I suppose it's probably easier if I just do this here. Yeah, okay, this actually isn't that bad. This is a good spot to stand in. I was trying to take the slidey, you know, button mashy approach, but this works too. That's actually not too bad. It's just maybe a little bit surprising at first. Used to mini jumping to fight bosses on conveyors. I mean, it's certainly not a foreign concept in the Mega Man universe. It is maybe just a little bit jarring to come out with at first. Plus, you know, the fun way to do this would just be to, you know, sit here and just absolutely blast the boss in its face. At least to me, that's fun, to be able to, you know, stand in a spot that's still precarious, but then just absolutely go fan the hammer and get through the boss quickly. Okay, good waiting challenge. I like that. Alright, and then it locks in after a couple seconds. Okay, cool. Good challenges. Good dogs. Good boys. Okay, good combination of enemies. Commando Man's enemy works well with that. And it's also, I will say, a good introduction of this gimmick platform for any who's not familiar with it. Okay, a little much. Usually all moving at once, that's weird. What are you talking about? I didn't notice. What should I have noticed that was strange? That was my fault. Okay. Reflect Lexer and the green hot dog. Huh. Maybe it's, maybe with the current patch, they might have accidentally borked that. They probably had to change, like, physics on the reflect blocks or something, and that probably messed with things. Either way, it still works as a challenge. Okay, got all these guys up here. Oh, well, the money zone's down there. I'm going for the money zone, of course. Oh, okay, the money zones, we can't go down that way. Maybe a patch difference. Yeah, probably. But honestly, that's waiting at least. Yeah, it's probably better that way, to be quite honest. Okay. Oh, well, there's the token. Definitely going for that. Oh, this is a semi-solid platform. Alright, well, I'll get the money at least. It's not Magnet Shockwave? Okay. Would have loved if that just got right through. I take that dude out for me. Yes! Ice Wall, actually being useful. Everybody has fallen for that. Yeah, I mean, it just... Well, okay. For the thing, and for me, a lot of it has to do with the fact that, like, just... Well, a little different graphic I don't think is completely wrong. It's just that, well, one, this graphic wasn't introduced previously, and because semi-solid platforms are just generally not a thing in Mega Man, like, it becomes something that you don't really expect until you, like, get introduced to it. Like, I still don't expect it, and I've, you know, played several levels in the competition where it's, like, happened, where they've come up. So, you know, I don't expect it to happen, especially when, you know, it looks like that as a graphic. Maybe if it contrasted a little bit more, you know, then I would maybe expect it. But, I mean, otherwise, it is just, like, the psychology of Mega Man players. We don't expect semi-solid platforms. Introduced through and prior. Yeah, it would help. Or, like, well, you know, see here. Yeah, now it would be obvious what the hell this is. But, you know, order and all that. Retrospect, hindsight. Oh, I fought this thing millennia. I don't need to fight this boss any more than I already have. Is it okay? It's having weird half immunity to Magnet Shockwave. Like progression, only backwards. I think there's a word for that. Okay, hey Quimp. Again, definitely fought you enough this competition. Whee! Alright, good, generous with the, you know, ammo refills and everything. That's appreciable. I'll give you props for that. Ungression, yeah, of course. Alright, and now slightly loud Yamato Man music, but, you know, we'll work with it. Thanos backgression. No, you're all wrong. It's wait, no, fuck, you just said that. Damn it. backgression. Oh, I didn't even read the text. I was trying to come up with my own pun, failed. Ingression, antigression. So I've been informed by my contractor that if I want to keep getting the funds from skull castles, I have to start downsizing on many of the old locations. I had did what he asked, but he seemed to think I was taking it a bit too literally. No idea what he meant by that. Oh, I think I know exactly what's being meant by that. Also, gotta turn down the quick man a little bit. There we go. That's more comfortable. Ain't regression. That's not a real word. No. It's, I think degression might also be, you know, valid as well. Alright, this is funny. I'll give you this. It's also not nearly as brutal as the actual quick man. Well, okay, maybe it is. He is moving around. He is still zipping quite a bit. He doesn't tackle you nearly as much, though. Yeah, I think what I took 0.5 contact damage or something right there. Whoa, hey man, could not tell Tempura man, I'm here. I'll give you my trickster token and you can be on your way. I'll let you know if I find Tempura man. I did find the shrimp earlier, but that was on a previous run. Sorry, chill man. Your DoorDash will have to wait. 0.3, yeah, good touch. Tempura man's fried shrimp. All right. We're at one of those expertise Japanese shops. You know it's gonna be good. All right. Okay. The joke is maybe getting a little bit old at this point, but you know, I'll say we had 3 times. It happened 3 times. The laser death is funny, but that's about it. Many times I tell you not to be in the oven when it's heating up. Oh, it's useless here. I take it you already destroyed Quint. Blah, blah, blah. I to intercept you because it's immense hatred. You know what? I'm going to personally eradicate you myself. Go that way. Harder work. Ultimate and fried shrimp goodness. Underwater. Story of 700 Man came to be pretty good. I'll be happy to read it if you're willing to type it out. If I had to hazard a guess, it probably has something to do with somebody mispronouncing temporal man and then saying, you know what? Yeah, we need a tempura man. Okay, all the actual shrimps are getting a little bit chaotic to deal with. Sister Viz, yep, temporal man is tempura man. Perfect. These jokes just write themselves. I had to make them real. It's a good concept. I wouldn't doubt if Tempura Man would be like a Japanese exclusive Megaman crossover like enemy. Like they do a crossover with like some big chain tempura shop, you know, in Japan, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, you can download this secret Mega Man level and I don't know, gain like 500 points in the Nintendo eShop for completing the game. Dr. Wily made him because he was hungry. True. Dr. Wily makes a lot of robots just because he wants one singular purpose to be fulfilled. Like he has Jewel Man, Crystal Man, all for money. He's immune to that. Pretty sure what isn't. A lot of robots are specifically just for combat, like Quick Man. What else? Alright, can I please skewer Tempura Man? Yeah, there we go. That makes sense as a weakness. Alright, cool. Pass the Butter Man. It's just supposed to be a joke boss, the same vein as Tiny Quick Man, but I need to restructure a bunch of the rooms, so he ended up as an end boss. That's fun. It's still a pretty good, you know, end boss overall, decently challenging, though the shrimp maybe get... I mean, obviously you saw the safe spot, and the shrimp get maybe a little bit tedious to deal with. Get you to your destination on time, provided he hasn't blown his lid. And Charge Man's perfect at wasting time, not saving time. Just trident because it's a fork. Yep. Got it. It's clever. Now you don't have to make sure... You have to make sure not to lose the inner part. Yeah. Alright, one more. Alright, turn the Delta Rune back up. Delta Runin time. Gee, Delta on my level until I rune. Alright, same brain. Nice. Nope, don't want to do that. Alright, and then different gimmick pathways. Springs, crystal droppers, these enemies. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Too bad. I will also say I'll give you this credit. This is one of the few levels where crystal droppers don't just give me an absolute nightmare. You know, it doesn't induce PTSD upon me immediately. I hate those things as they're originally used in Crystal Man stage. Just I can't stand the fact that they have random timing on them. But thankfully, it seems that very few people, except for the completely sadistic, actually used randomly timed crystal droppers. High stress gimmicks and low stress setups. I could see that. That feels like a valid critique to me. Okay, one way only. Which, I mean, you know, to a certain extent, that's a good thing. Like, you know, the level that nobody wanted is probably better for using, you know, such a combination of ideas. Okay, I don't know. I had to check, see if the spikes were fake. I see a hole in the side of the wall, like, maybe there's a secret over there. So I would definitely say probably a lot of people maybe don't feel that these are low stress setups. It's probably just the judges that probably feel that way. Like, you know, certainly the lasers and the sheepman blocks definitely contributed to their own high stress setup. Mo, hi, Natar man. Okay, hold on. I kind of love this. Hold on, I kind of love this. This is amazing. Okay, there's maybe a few too many bullets on screen, but this is still definitely fun and very cute. Okay, so when he does that to put a Met down, he shoots directly at me. And then otherwise he's doing a bunch of this before his jumps. Okay. Okay, he is absolutely destroying me, but I think this is quite fun. A tool woman. Very good. Favorite in terms of sprite work. Also, certainly my favorite in terms of the actual enemy or boss design, I think, too. I mean, obviously this one's the most custom in that sense compared to Temporal Man and Tempura Man, and oh, who else have we fought in this stage? Blackout Man? Yeah. Certainly the most unique among all those aspects, programming-wise, too. This is a fun, chaotic, but still fairly fun fight. Where if I was just putting 100% of my brain towards the execution right now, I could probably do this without taking too much damage. Okay, it's a little mean on the timing there. They just kind of happen to... You end up blasting yourself on the bullet below if you jump over the middle one there. Literally just a custom stone man. Well, it's hidden pretty well, to be quite honest. Considering that stone man doesn't, you know, fire bullets at you and deals a lot slower than this. And Stone Man, I don't know. When Stone Man changes up his pattern, it's pretty boring. Like, it's not like the fight changes very much. The fight is very dynamic, using Stone Man's kind of jumping pattern. Like, obviously, I didn't even recognize that it was Stone Man. Can I do this? Come on. I'm trying to give this a fair Buster-only fight. It's cool. Why is my fire button getting stuck? Damn it, I would have had it there. None of the judges were fooled. Fair enough. They probably fought, you know, 200 stone men in the course of judging all levels. Okay, I'm standing at like the perfectly wrong space to not get hit by that. Okay, just stand further away, and this will be a lot less difficult for you, Crash. Okay, yeah, I think I also wasn't recognizing the Stone Man too much either, because for some reason the AI was not just constantly stopping to spawn Mets the first time I fought this. Now that it is, it makes a lot more sense that the Stone Man isn't super hidden. I do very much like this boss gets easier when you're using pellets instead of charging. Like, sure, it takes longer, but usually not a lot of bosses pull that off well. Usually it's always charge shot for the win. Okay. In here? No, cool. The biggest takeaway I found is I find something too easy probably shouldn't make it even harder. Yeah, there's a certain balance to that, and obviously, you know, everybody, all the judges, I'm sure, say, you know, playtesting, 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 and I mean, it's true. If you have a friend that plays Megaman, then, like, they'd be good to get their input on. Most of the custom bosses in the Little Sky pretty well. Yeah. And I do like that. It makes for a different Mega Man experience than just, you know, completely charge-shotting your way through. Although obviously there was oh, what was his name? The one firing all the missiles everywhere. Breakout? Not Breakout, man. Forgot his name already. Bad. Let's see. When you beat the next mini boss, drop into the pit. Okay, that's, oh, okay. Fake med up there. Alright, good to know. Need to get that token after all. Can't forget about the little exit hole that was. Oh, I can't push that while here. Damn. I guess, I suppose in one sense it's telegraphed that that's not a pit. I think Flashman would be happy to see that it's like, oh, look, that's not, you know, pit graphics. I can go down here without dying and see if there's a secret. I never would think of that, though. Definitely without your suggestion, I would have completely forgotten about the whole, like, oh, wait, there's a whole thing I can do that I passed up by the time I got here. Just because, you know, Met to a Woman takes about 90% of my brain power, and then, you know, suddenly it goes away the moment that she's dead. Alright, hello, Gravity Joe. Alright. This is slightly more difficult than regular Gravity Man. Let's get out of here. Ironically enough, I feel like, yeah, this is definitely the one boss you maybe undertuned a little bit. Oh, okay. Goodbye. Oh, that's what you meant by standing on the ceiling and beating it. Okay, that makes sense. That is a fun way to actually have a separate thing to go grab. I mean, I think at this point my brain's just a little bit numb to all the content that is being pumped into it, but it's a fun way to have a bonus area. I see your finesse and manipulation of your personal gravity. You've been managed to achieve bolt heaven. Nothing here can hurt you, so grab as many bolts as you can without worry. Well, I'll test that. Oh, cool. Sweet! More money that is so plentiful in this game that the economy is just in shambles. This is a nice break of a bonus area, though. Fake Man won't steal these from you. True. You won't do a corrupt stop and search and take away my bolts, my hard-earned bolts. Ah. We sent Met to a Woman up to Jesus. Bolt connoisseur. Okay, I get it. I really should try to max out all the bolts in this game. At this point. Okay. Get all my items back together. Oh, and the dialogue box. Almost completely skipped it. Gutsman? Megaman invades ship. Why are Megaman blue? I thought Megaman was green. Hey, I am green. Be confused. Me crush you. Me will grr. Alright. I get it. Bizarro reference. It's fun. N. A bold letter to put in the background. Okay, good fake out on the energy element. I bet there's probably a way to, like, frame perfect grab that. Okay. Cute Guts Tank. I like that a lot. Captain N Guts, man. Okay. That makes more sense. I figured that in the back of my mind. Considering that basically everything from Captain N is the bizarro world of Mega Man anyways. Oh, I see, with all the other jokes in this level, I thought for sure that this was going to be the joke health bar where it dies instantly. But this is the one thing where it actually has a whole ton of health to chew through. Okay, a bit much in the projectile hell area. This is a lot. Okay, well, this phase is not too bad. The previous phase was pretty overboard. Oh, he's menacing now. Okay. I might say on the contrary, this might be my least favorite boss to fight currently. There's a lot going on here. Okay, I guess this makes things a lot easier if you stand right there. But... okay. Health giving at the end, that's fun. But yeah, this got very projectile spammy very quickly. At the very least, there's a pretty clear pattern I can follow to not get too hurt by it, so that's good. Okay. I missed the 4th token somewhere. Uh-oh. I was probably... yeah, that's true. There was the Metul room down there. For the alternate fight for the, alternative of the fight for Gravity Joe. Reggie Rock. Alright, that's a 5-star rarity, sure. Why not? More fun to fight once you learn his tells. I suppose. Wandering Soul compared to plush form. Blah, blah. You can say that about a lot of bosses. For me, it's like, I feel like it's most fun when you can actually really read the tells. Like, there's definitely, I was getting the idea of, okay, he does different things when you're standing on top of him versus when you're, you know, on the ground, but... it took a while to really let that sink in, and then also it's just, at a certain point, there were way too many bullets on screen. Ride the drill. Okay. One of these guys, then. I gotta say, you have managed to make very obscure tokens. I've found some of the extremely weird ones in tier 1, like, hey, just randomly slide down here and find a token, or like, here's my extremely off the beaten path secret room with no indications. Like, but you're real good at making these hard to find. I think I mean that as a compliment. I think. At the very least, you're very kind about, you know, giving some hints, so. Find this one especially. Yeah, there wasn't really much to indicate that, hey, there might be something up there. Maybe even like a different background texture would have helped people. It's obvious that there's something around here that I missed, because, like, you know, there's a path that dumps me off, but yeah. Oh, Crash Joe, what's up? Okay, you don't jump very high, unless you hit the springs. Okay, pattern found. Pattern found. Boss destroyed. Style upon him. Just without being unfair. Yeah, I think there could have just been a little bit more tells going on for some of these. Not for all of them, but you know, also make it clear, like, you know, where's the bonus path versus where's the you know, required path. All right, cool. Well, let's see. Oops, that's not the boss, or that's not the judge commentary panel. Okay, so yeah, for a fairly unfocused newcomers, bosses, and gimmick stage. Summarized thoughts. Well, the title summarizes the 90% of the, you know, the cons to the stage, in my opinion. You know, there's a lot of interesting ideas, gimmicks, bosses, they all work well together, kind of individually. But, man, does it ever make for A, a marathon-length stage, and B, just a strange mishmash of ideas. You know, there's obviously not much theming to it. You know, which, to the whole thing. There's theming to each individual section, so, you know, I would recommend just shoring that up, making something a smaller package, you know, next time around. I would also think that, you know, it would allow you to actually flesh out some of the gimmicks a little bit more. You did pretty nicely with the laser gimmicks. I mean, I feel like if you go through the first path and then also take the laser path. Like, everything kind of comes together in a nice package. But, certainly by the end, it just goodies through nowheres there. Cool. It just kind of meanders without taking that one specific path. Nothing you haven't heard yet already, so I won't harp on it for too long. But it's definitely kind of the largest thing, in my opinion, holding the stage back. I'd also say that while it's good that you chose a handful of enemies for each path, the fact that you also didn't want to make the side paths all too long, it then makes the enemies also kind of come off as unfocused too, and they don't really interact with the gimmick very strongly. Very spur of the moment thing, like 100% MaGMML3 wanted to play another game before realizing they were taking submissions. Fair. I mean, that's probably why it has a lot of things to be ironed out. The individual challenges, they were fun. They were pretty competently well designed. I mean, I will say, it felt very chaotic and bullet spammy at a certain point, so I'd maybe tone it down just a little bit for the next entry. But overall, cool creative ideas and some pretty nice, good custom sprite work, especially Metal Woman. She's fantastic. I love her. And then also tone it just down on the mini bosses a little bit, because there sure was a lot of them. They all had some cool concepts to them, but definitely could have taken some time to shine a little bit more, focus on their own, that kind of thing. But half the times of everyone else, no knowledge programming, it's a miracle made it all. I mean, yeah, it is. Like I said, I didn't submit shit, so it's pretty cool that you submitted something kind of spur of the moment and made it, just under halfway to the top ranking stage. So props to you for doing that. But things in mind for next time, much more reasonable in length, of course. Okay, lengthy piece, impressed in a way, managed better than normal at least. Yeah, I'll give you that. Played over multiple runs, left too much weight. How does that work again? Let's see, did the judges say anything that I haven't already? Taking chunks, like it's designed for. Take a drink of water. Mostly owed to interesting gimmick setups, and just cave crawl's a bit boring. Oh yeah, and then, actually pretty interesting use of the Uranus platforms, having things that attack from below and below and above. Most people don't, at least so far as I've seen, most people haven't really used the Uranus blocks that interestingly. They're usually just kind of a timed platforming challenge rather than like, oh, well, the enemies are actually going to iterate on this by attacking from below and above. That's ow on the eyes. Oh yeah, that's actually a cool props, accessibility thing too. You handmade accessibility for sheep blocks. Silly, the level flops near completely when it comes to combat. Yeah, they are kind of just in the way. It's a little bit rompy. Eventually, it's just get rid of the bullet spam before they get you. Boss fights that hurt the place the most. Having 20 plus bosses, too much. Yeah, agreed. Minions, they sure can. Barage's immunity to regular shots. Infuriating. Oh yeah, Barrage, man. Yeah. And Pat, the level length is one thing. Desperately need to be toned down. Cute secret area is extremely laggy. Oh, I guess they must have tuned that up because it's not nearly laggy at all for me. And I'm streaming. I really need to be just for a minute. Definitely too much reward for one fight. Room for a blackout man was much more seizure inducing. Also, big gustos are flashed red every time he took damage. Yeah, it would be a little bit much. I mean, I'd be fine overall, but it's probably good for the better. Admitting the levels on focus wasn't probably best in the title. Texture Upsilon 6, 2 similar stages from the previous contest. Still slog to play through. Biggest, most obvious issues here is about lack of focus. Yeah, exactly. Black Force Beam. Giant levels, the typically using maze-like layouts. You need a bathroom break. Now would be a good time because I'm probably just going to be reading these to see if there's anything that I missed that I wanted to say. Let's show up. These are very linear areas. Marathon level in tier 8 at least. Oh god. The last marathon until 30. Okay. Alright. Hopefully we don't have too many marathon levels left, please. I need some things that are just a little bit less than the length of Megaman 2. This bag of fun. Oh wow, Apache. I'd say Patchy's probably the most generous judge so far in the contest, honestly. Tier 8 is 2 of them. Do I have to? Do I have to play Tier 8? Stage 7 is pretty huge. 3 exits on the clear indication. The tower, though, I can guarantee that. Yeah. Stage 7 is pretty huge. Credit where it's due. This entry does do it better than other big boys of the contest. That's true. Mostly linearly built. Secrets are hinted at well enough. Yeah, I complain. The secrets are a little bit too obtuse for my taste. I suppose I could have played it. The secrets are a little bit too obtuse for a marathon level. I think that's what I was maybe trying to get at a little earlier. Like, if the secrets themselves were in a shorter, more linear level that I could just like more easily explore and not have to worry about like, oh god, where is it in this giant maze? Like, I think that would have made the secrets a lot more enjoyable to find. Having so many of them here in a sprawling level makes the secrets obtuseness feel a little bit, I don't want to, not insulting, but a little bit just kind of like, you know, hard to actually wrap my head around. The most obtuse noble nickel in MaGMML3 should probably use to obtuse secrets. Was the most obtuse noble nickel for me was the one that was just flat out hidden behind background and like the ghosts and goblins stage. Is that the one that you're referring to, or was it a different one? The gimmick keeps changing its gimmicks at the right moments. Doesn't feel like a slug to go through, and things a little iffy. So the lasers, the appearance of the damage over time variant. Yeah, well, it's the insta kill. Another smooth sailing, hot dog gauntlet, just an ice levels hidden ladder. Huh. I don't remember that one. I must not have found it that, it must not have been too bad for me. Because otherwise I would have definitely, that would have been the PTSD inducing nickel. Because like, it was rough for, well, maybe I found it because of the judge commentary then. Go down this. Oh wait, duh. Yeah, Patchy would have had to do it in their own level. Makes sense. Then you shoot at them. Take out boss is funny for the first time, not after the same. Yeah, joke gets recycled a lot. That's also something I wanted to say. Would have definitely enjoyed this more if the bosses were made more polished. Oh boy. Consistently charming enough to forgive the length and lack of overall theming despite individual sections being themed well enough. A little bit charitable for me, to be completely honest, but, you know, it's not a complete slog for being a marathon level. Never mind, this is exhausting replay for secrets. Okay, Flashman. Someone looking for tokens. Graphics are nice and clean all around. Guts Dozer. Yes, I ordered the Caesar salad. Caesar salad. Magnetic Shockwave only works once? Question mark? Yeah, against that weird skull boss from Challenger from the future. That thing was weird and inconsistent. Full overused dev boss Royal Flush appears in this level. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it does also. Although Voltman does get, you know, completely zorched, so. At least got that going for you. You didn't have to fight Voltman again. They're tripping over your stuff when you enter a room. You're hanging out on the ceiling. Best lifts are inelegant, but interesting. Temporal one fight would be better if you were slower. Maybe. Bombs go well with crystals. Not sure about mini boss fight in springs. Yeah, that was a little awkward. Sheep shades are great. Checkpoints, tokens. Should fight all lasers. Yeah, it is weird that the magnet beam thing only happens once. Iron Ball is clever, but should have been easier to hit. Yeah. One drug in a hit, 3 is too many. Dynamo and Dyna is too hard. Bosses need a minion spawn limit. I like hot dogs. Squint's unnecessary. Quick is amazing. Tempura is hysterical but difficult to fight. Bolt Heaven is fun but sluggishly bolty. Count Blackout Man's penultimate room. Oh god, is Dynamo Man used a hell of a lot in this? A little bit, well, no, and the Iron Ball is also used quite a bit so far. Shotgun approach speaks. I have no confidence in my level. Just keep making more and more. Maybe something. That's a little bit cruel, a Spark, but it's more just I want to have everything here, rather than I'm not confident. That's not how this works. The series keeps increasing in entries, diminishing returns. Like an older Megaman game, not what I signed up for. Agreed. These paths are rather good. Agreed. Yeah, just one of the paths would have been a lot better. I also didn't sign up for nitpicking or reviewing an entire Mega Man game for one entry, so at least something to talk about. This point's all blur. Dynamo Man's not does get boss, custom made him. Going to be a full boss, but programming is a nightmare, so I use it for just a joke. Estimated just for Well, yeah, Dynamo Man's not a dev kit. Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. What do you mean by then the penultimate room? Just that Dynaman is reused a lot? If that, I thought that was the ultimate room, not the penultimate room. Maybe, am I forgetting something? The laser room before that. Oh, so then, yeah, the Iron Ball. I wouldn't call the bosses glitchy. Whatever fixes that have been made so far definitely made the bosses not so glitchy. Luckfest waiting game. I mean, I wouldn't quite call it a Luckfest waiting game. It's just on a timer at that point. This room that cripples him. The Met woman who just sort of janks minions to life. Frankly, the boss that dies in seconds because their jokes got a little bit boring. Okay, God, A Spark is melodramatic. I don't think that the humor for the boss dying was that bad. It was funny the first time. Maybe after 3 times it ran its course, but come on. Spinning several, you just kind of killed any interest. Death skips go a long way. Cheap Man blocks, they're colorblind friendly. That's good. So we're swiping this idea for MaGMML games going forward. Oh, so you're where this comes from. Makes total sense. In hindsight, given the post-mortem, yeah. But hey, at least thank you for contributing the colorblind blocks. That's a very good idea, honestly. Okay. Whew. I'm a little exhausted from that. I think I have one more level in me just to get a end on a non-marathon, but, you know, cool level Grimspace. You know, thanks for submitting. Obviously, you said that you've, you know, learned some lessons in the 6 years since this has come out, so, you know, not too much to go over, but, you know, overall, I had fun. Even if it was long, and I don't, because it was so long, I don't quite remember everything, but there were certainly fun elements in there. I liked it overall. They were Dan backsliding the sheep. Dan backsliding. I don't recognize that reference. The tournament and these rivalries hanging over our heads. A campfire is no place to relax. They say that tensions are heating up. All right, we're done with you, Snake Man. Curl up for a cat nap. I want to spend all my energy reading for Cerberus Man. Tired from constantly dashing back to my weapon tutorial, but Cerberus Man can't hear me cheer from there. Oh, hello, secret club of somethings? Oh, that, yeah, it is. A runabout. A runabout! I'll steal it, and no one will ever know! Okay, now I get it. I think I was first introduced to that when Roam used it as a joke long ago, so... You look closely, most of these trees are synthetic, need someone to build them. Hopes up it weren't me. Miss the forest trails back home in Old Brum. Good thing this tourney isn't a race, especially after the entry or below. Total HSE disaster. Definitely need a break after that. I got one more in me. Alright, the King's Lair. Trickster hat, 25% time penalty. Oh, that sucks. That's unfortunate to have a 25% time penalty, because, man, look at those numbers. That's actually a really solid level right here. He says Judge Con for the totally not plagiarized dev kit. Yeah, I remember that too. Or maybe that actually was where I first found it. It was just I happened to watch Rome's playthrough of it. Hey, it's you from Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. If you can help me, I need to ask you something. This is the Royal Man Castle. Sorry, I don't think this is his castle. App that he gave me again, thank you anyways. Thank you, sir. I'll say to him that I can't help him at the moment because I'm pretty occupied with some pink puffball. He got a pickaxe out, and now I'm just here. Unfortunate. Kirby took away your foundation. You're 11 or 12, not for the time penalty. Yeah, it's unfortunate. But, you know, I think, honestly, if I were the person, I'd be proud to be stuck with a big time penalty and be in a lower tier than to, you know, not have a time penalty and have a rushed level and it's not quite as good as I wanted it to be. At the very least, then you could say, hey, I made a really good level. I didn't win the competition because I didn't play in the rules, but, you know, or play to the rules exactly, but it's still worth it. Much needed breath. Yes, to get just a little bit of a break. Just a standard Mega Man experience. Very pretty tile set. Good enemy usage. Good gimmick usage. All that stuff. Although I will say so far it is very reminiscent of like I really wanted to reimagine Blade Man, basically. Not that that's a bad thing, because it's doing enough to be unique so far. Especially with the, you know, vertically moving seesaw platforms. But, you know, the using the exact same enemy set is making probably the originality score take a bit of a hit. In my books, at least. Oh, hey, Tri-Castle. Goodbye, Tri-Castle. The worst thing that could have ever happened to Tri-Castle was getting his own level. Oh, and a checkpoint where the flags are. That's a neat little design feature. Oh, hey, and I've seen this. I think this is exactly how the sprite looked in Shovel Knight, too. Am I protected down here? Okay, I am. Deadman 2.0 for a good version. Yeah, now it's starting to transition to something different. I like that. And soon I expect the seesaw platforms to combine with dumping hot oil on my head for a really cool gimmick combination. Okay, that's not instant death. I was worried I was tempting fate there. Fate 1. Alright. Oh, this is just a really neat little package. Plenty of level here. There's tight enemy design. Although I would say maybe this is not the most eventful portion of the stage. The exact screen that I'm on. But, you know, good. Solid waiting gimmicks. Oh, that enemy actually tagged me. Something I did not think of. Cool. Good graphics, good music. What more could you want? Yep, and there's the timing coming all into play. Perfect. This is exactly the stage progression that I would have wanted from my Mega Man game. And then the little seesaw could fall off at the end there if you're not paying attention. Nice detail. I'll read that in a second. Being biased is probably my favorite level in Tier 7, counting the bonus stage to the left of this one. I mean, fair enough. It would make total sense that, you know, this could be your favorite level. Given that, with the massive 25% score penalty, it makes sense this is probably the best one in Tier 7. Alright, thanks Proto Man. I guess. I like how people make Proto Man show up to feel like he's doing something, but overall it's a little bit, you know, a little overused in my opinion. Just kind of like the, you know, same thing of the boss dying instantly gimmick. See if I'm a hideout, something you need to ask, who are you? Sure. I think you saw me before. Magical Joe, the royal mage of this kingdom. Or statues? I mean, I recognize the power piston and... maybe that's an ace? No, it's probably not an ace spark. Who are the rest of these strange creatures? Statues have some history. The first one is a statue of one of the old kings, Power Piston, from the contest of King for a Day. He's a really nice king. I don't remember him participating in Siva Gunner's contest. The other statue, I don't really know about. People on it seems to have a serval cat, a rabbit, a wolf, and a bear in some sort of human form. I think Royal Man's the only one who knows the meaning of the statue since he cleans it every day. Almost good this one in Tier 7. I prefer this one just a bit more. Alright, we'll have to see. And then, what's this room? The Royal Man room, but since this room's a bit small, he decided to move to a room after the boss corridor. That room's still in development. I now use it for practice. There's nothing special about it. It's just a nice hideout. Alright. Thanks, Magical Joe. You're so cool. Okay, that's an oddly colored block, but sure. I feel like there's some kind of extra joke in as far as the name Magical Joe is concerned. There's gotta be an extra pun in there, something. No, not a pun, but like some kind of like something funny about something is inherently funny about that name to me. But I'm not quite sure what. The gears aren't quite turning in my head. Okay, I do kind of feel like maybe the climax and difficulty has already happened in the level. Maybe it could have used a little bit of reordering on that front. Sidekick, Wizard Tony. Magical Joe, Wizard Tony, Fighter Bill, and, let's see, Ranger Jane. You could have possibly the only, it's basically a D&D campaign full of just office workers. You're role-playing as, LARPers. concept that has definitely been thought of before, but, you know, maybe hasn't been executed as well as many would have liked. Ooh, a circular Blade Man platform. Yes, please. That is a cool idea. What could Joseph be, alcohol wizard? Now you see, that was his father's name. He doesn't want to be called Joseph. He wants to be called Joe. Alright, this room's a little easier once you clear everything out first. Alright, never mind. There's still so much more to offer for this stage's set of gimmicks. Nice. Sexual sniper Joe called Sharpshooter Joseph. Maybe that would work. You know, I could see him wanting to be referred to intelligently. Very, very cool Royal Man sprite. Okay, we have some... Oh, okay, a teleporter and a shield boss. Interesting. Although maybe a little bit simple on the whole Darkman AI kind of thing. Oh, okay, summoning minions. Makes complete sense for a royal boss. Well telegraphed. What? Okay. Okay, Royal Man's maybe doing a little bit too much for my tastes for one boss. It's definitely cool. But I guess this is probably going to be on a cycle. Okay, yeah, so that's not actually too bad. Right, if he was going to randomly use that assortment of attacks, it might have been getting to be a little bit much. But given what we got, that's alright. Oh, hello. Very cool boss. Yeah, the airborne thing is like, if he was just flying a little bit lower, that would be better. That way we wouldn't have to have so much downtime in between. Megaman killers. Ooh, all of them. Nice. Alright, let's see. I mean, my thoughts on the level, like, that was just a very solid Mega Man level. If it didn't have the time penalty, yeah, would certainly be a lot higher. Like, great aesthetics, great gimmick use. You know, maybe didn't get the blood going, like, you know, some gimmick combinations could be, but it got me thinking enough to actually engage with the level, so I really quite liked that. King Man did have the weird kind of a lot of invincibility opportunities, but overall was a solidly designed boss for being one that's completely telegraphed, so I gotta enjoy that. Very, you know, cute adaptations of the Crystal Joes. The combination of a, you know, oil falling and the Blade Man platform isn't terribly novel, but it is certainly, you know, effective. It's functional. It certainly suffers the creativity a little bit because it starts off as almost just Blade Man reimagined, but it does get to its own identity eventually. And then fun, you know, NPCs to go and talk to. So, yeah, I don't know. Solid level. Loses a little bit in the creativity department for me. But, I mean, shit, I'd be happy to see this any day. If this were all the levels, I would be super happy with it. And of course, Flashman's the one that finds something wrong with the functionality. What wall did you find that you ran into, Flashman? Medieval? I don't think that's how medieval is spelled. Castle with cannons on the walls, cannons and axes on the stage, seesaw things, so am I talking about Blade Man stage, or this one? Yeah, the biggest weakness of the level, full stop. It's a little bit of a remake of Blade Man. First thing I could say of the stage design itself is that it doesn't expand its concepts too much. Yeah, agreed. If it had more circular Blade Man platforms, like if I had to fight a mini-boss on the circular Blade Man, or the Blade Man platform on a circular track, that could have been really interesting. But, you know, have it just show up in one throwaway room, it's a bit disappointing. Second try castle is also slightly frustrating. Yeah, look, maybe Like, I kind of wanted to give that a fair shot, but then I was like, you know, I'm glad I used Magnet Shockwave. I don't have time for this. But that's almost surely a result of my playstyles of Buster Snob. Stage design is inoffensive, even alright. It has a solid difficulty curve, so not a lot of advice in that area. Maybe shorten it a bit. Well, it is a little bit long. One silver lining, Royal Man is such an interesting boss, floored by the difference between him and his level. Royal Man has all the creativity I was looking for, variety that supports the length of his fight. Designed being a shield boss that isn't hopelessly tedious. Replay the level if only to rematch him. I'm looking forward to facing him in the boss gallery. Maybe, again, a little bit too much invincible / out of reach time for me. The end boss, can't really think of too many noteworthy things here. Not a bad stage per se, it's just a bit unremarkable. The Rublance platforming challenges aren't badly designed or anything like that. It was just not super interesting. I wouldn't go that far down. But yeah, it's very, very similar to Blade Man for a lot of it. The seesaw segments feel like they'd be right home in Blade Man's level. We get more interesting towards the end. While I'm being directed for the boss, being which Royal Man is easily the highlight of the level. The first time I fought him. Yeah, no, but they were pretty easy to adapt to, so certainly a good fight. The memorable encounter. Yeah, I'll certainly remember Royal Man here. I do wish that the rest of the stage stood out just as much as Royal Man does, though. Like I said, it's not too bad. It's just very much Blade Man stage. Royal floor scrubbing. Alright, we didn't fight that king, Patchy. It sure wasn't boring around here, you know? Quite charming low level, I'd say. Hits the right spot of balance. Interesting, agreed. Gorgeous tile set. Crystal Joes really help, yeah. And the lava cauldrons, especially like the interaction of the platform also serving as cover from the lava fall. If that was used maybe a little bit more, I think that could have been cool. Like to actually get past a, spot with constant lava. That would have been cool, but... I should want to avoid your advances so we can hit by crystal attacks. Most of the airborne enemies can be reached with Buster only. A little hectic with the reduced maneuverability near the end. Like the challenge. Yeah, it was good. Teleportation. Nice. Megaman, my boy. This level is what all true robot masters strive for. True. These are the levels of evil. Here's a level that's well on its way to feeling authentically Capcom. Yep. Alright, fair, well-paced, increasingly complex challenge, very good. Pick a handful of things. I just have to stroke when the boss dies, but I think these changes are the most good. Trigger revamping the handful of overly familiar challenges. Too close to Blade Man, agreed, especially with the enemy setups. A knucklehead like me can easily get permanently stuck in a ceiling or two. Use Rush and Laser Trident to bypass and trivialize almost every hazard. Yeah, but, that's what the tools are there for. Pausing at the right time. Huh. Third, polishing the dialogue so it's free of spelling and grammar errors and more accessible to players who don't recognize whatever you're referencing. I don't think it has to be, necessarily. It's an Easter egg. Come on. Good news is that even without the changes, the level is enjoyable. Please hide here and use Spark Chaser Nook. Second Tri-Castle fight is exactly what I want when talking about combining things. I mean, Spark Chaser is one option. There's always the nuclear option, Flashman. Use of Joes, and for me that's high praise, very true. E-Tanks. E-Tanks, wire adapters, bombs, you want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough bolts. Yeah, it would have been with balloons, because the balloon adapter, right? So E-Tanks, wire adapters, balloons, you want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough bolts. Hi, Blade Man. In order to distinguish your level from Blade Man's, you need to push boundaries of the ideas much further. Yeah, a little bit. Gimmicks and how the level seems to present almost identical rooms on occasion. Very much so. Especially with, same thing, doing it over death spikes, or having the same, lob shot enemies plus the axe enemies. Hunter of the mini boss, you're either fighting in a very cramped space or waiting a long time to hit it. Yeah, didn't bother with that. Maybe my opinion of the level will be lower if I actually didn't magnetic shockwave it. It's just so funny how the other levels can the inclusion of the other levels can so poorly influence you. They're so strongly influence one's opinion of the other levels in the game, because now immediately anybody who uses Tri-Castle is just like, yeah, sorry, your mini boss is not getting recognized unless you changed its weakness so it's not magnetic shockwave. Just use these ideas more often, which should allow you to properly explore the concept. Graphically, the levels step up from Blade Man, agreed. Capsing 4 is unique, though I'm not a fan of instant death in boss fights. I personally don't care. It's fine. It's very obvious. Good touch. Yeah, alright. Well, that's a solid place to end things off on. So, thanks for joining me tonight, everybody. And I'll be back for more Pine Fresh levels on the tomorrow evening. Thanks for your submission, Grim Specs. Even though it was quite long, it was fun. So I'm glad I got the chance to play it. Who needs a Tri-Castle man? Yeah. Oh no, can't have another one-hit death boss. That's a no-no. We've already done that joke, right? But yeah. So thanks for sticking around, and I'll see whoever wants to show up tomorrow night. Have a good night, everyone.